with all the crazy rumors, speculation, set photos, various reports we've gotten on Avengers 4, a new report indicates that Howard Stark is returning to the MCU for Avengers 4. So let's talk about it. So John Slattery plays the older version of Howard Stark. Of course, this is the one we saw in Iron Man 2. I think it's the one that a lot of people will recognize more so than the one that was in the first Avenger and Agent Carter. And certainly, I think there's a lot to this character that you can do with the history of him, right? And how he ties into everything. And a brand new report recently suggested that Slattery was on the set of Avengers 4 and that he was shooting some scenes. Now, honestly, what they could be shooting, none of us really know or are even ready to speculate on what this is. Quick flashback to something? Sure enough. It'd have to be something where he's older, though, because when you think about it, if he's playing a super young version, then you just go get Dominic Cooper. If he's playing an older version, then you're probably looking at the late 80s, 90s, something like that. And honestly, it really wouldn't surprise me if maybe they're shooting something right now for Avengers 4, but they could use it in Captain Marvel. Because once again, it's set in the 90s, and we've seen flashbacks to the 90s. Agent Carter, we've seen her in that time period. We've seen Ant-Man during that time period. So we know there's some stuff that happens in the 90s that kind of sets the modern-day MCU up. So it could be either one of these, or maybe he was even at some point involved with something Captain Marvel, right? Certainly would be interesting if he knew, and maybe he was somehow involved, waiting for the right time. We don't really know, but I think the fact that they said they want the Avengers, and specifically Avengers 4, to kind of tie up loose ends. What was he doing before he died? I think that's a big question, because there was certainly more that he was involved with than what we know. And I think exploring that with flashbacks or alternate realities or whatever they do is worth exploring, because I think the fans will want to dig into it. Maybe that's just me, but you guys let me know how you would feel about him returning in some sort of capacity.